Good morning, happy Monday, and welcome to the Monday Morning Pep Talk. In this week's installment, we're going to unpack I'm afraid that I'm an imposter. Imposter syndrome, as it's affectionately known, is often a fear that we cannot do the thing that we are doing, have been asked to do, or that we want to do in the future. Now, let's look at some of the places that this comes up frequently. I did not apply for the job or promotion because I was afraid I couldn't do it. Or I got the job or promotion I wanted, and now I'm afraid I will fail. I didn't reach out to this person because I was afraid they wouldn't respond. Or I got a meeting scheduled with this very important person, and now I'm worried that I'm not going to be interesting or compelling when I talk to them. Or I did not ask to take on this project because I was afraid I couldn't deliver it. Or I got my dream project, and now I'm afraid I won't be able to deliver it. Any of these sound familiar? So often we talk ourselves out of something before we even take the risk of asking for it. And then often when we do have the courage to ask for it and we get it, we're then afraid of losing it. So let's explore the problem here a little bit. There's a couple things I want to dig into. First is, in most of these situations, we are the person who is judging ourselves. We have this underlying belief that we can't do something or we're going to be found out by others. And secondly, it's often unsubstantiated. We've told ourselves something is not possible without any real evidence to support it. For example, we do not think somebody will return our call or email before we even ask them. Or we say we won't be able to do a job before even giving ourselves the opportunity to try. Now, it's worth noting that sometimes this is triggered by somebody else's words or reactions to something we've done. For example, if we get negative feedback, we often see it as a person like confirming our insecurity. We'll say something like, they were right, I knew I couldn't do that. In all of these cases, the problem is we're telling ourselves a story that is often not reflective of the facts before us. And whether you're making a claim against yourself or somebody else is making a claim against you, try to separate the facts of the situation from the story you're telling yourself. So how can we frame this in a more positive and productive way? Well, what I find so fascinating here is it's usually something we're doing with very good intention. We're asking for things that we generally want for ourselves or that align to who we want to be or what we want to ultimately accomplish. So rather than saying, here's why I can't do this thing that I really want, ask yourself, where have I been successful before? This seems so simple, but we rarely take time to do this. We rarely look at what we've accomplished in the past, despite a fear or insecurity we may have had. Then ask yourself, hey, how can I learn from people who have been successful doing this already? What behaviors, mindsets, tools, resources, connections can I learn from them to help me be successful in doing this thing? We've already decided we want to do this thing because it'll create a better life for us. So all we're really trying to do is increase our confidence and our possibility of success. So what can we do this week to combat our imposter syndrome? The thing that has made the biggest difference for me is developing my personal highlight reel. I have a Google Doc and folder where I keep track of all of my accomplishments, big and small, and any accolades or words of support from other people. Whenever I think I can't do something, I look at all the things I've done as a reminder of what I'm capable of, and that also other people very much value the contributions I've made to them. And you can do this retroactively. You can seed your personal highlight reel with a bunch of stuff that you have done in the past and a bunch of compliments and supportive and encouraging words you've received from others. Secondly, write down those fears and insecurities and take a minute to develop a little mitigation strategy for each one. Afraid someone won't respond to your email? Figure out if you can get a warm introduction from someone they already know. Afraid you won't be able to perform in a new role? Talk to people who have been successful in that role before. Ask them what made them successful. Ask them what the key differentiators that they brought to the role helped. Ask them what their challenges and fears were and how they faced and overcame them. Afraid you won't be able to deliver on a big project? Figure out the team members and the partners you need to ask for help where you may not have, enough experience or expertise. In all of these cases, we're just trying to name our fear and ask for help from those that have faced it before. We know this is a big one, and as always, we wish you the best of luck this week. Please let us know how it goes and reach out if you need any help at all. As always, we're so grateful for your time and attention and hope you have a peaceful and fulfilling rest of the week. Remember, I love you, I believe in you, and I am here for you. Take care of yourselves and one another, and we'll see you all next week.